Hi guys, I just want to talk a little bit about self-deprecation. I was speaking to a friend of mine and haven't spoken to her in a while. And oh my God, I just know what she's feeling. I can feel what she's feeling, but I'm not sure she was hearing me, because sometimes when you're in a space where you are so deep in the hurt, the pain of whoever you feel hurt you, it's hard to hear anyone else. So it's inspired me to write to do this video, because once we get on that train of self-deprecation, of putting ourselves down, of calling ourselves names, of calling anybody names, because in calling somebody names, you're calling yourself names, because we are mirrors of each other. We're all the same, and we're just mirroring one another. So I would like to just say, when you are putting yourself down, you are taking your energy. You are stealing the very energy you need to build yourself back up from yourself. It's kind of crazy, right? So every time you go, I'm such an idiot, I can never get anything right, and they don't like me, or that didn't go my way, and oh, it's heavy, and it gets heavier the more you dwell on it. You don't realize how powerful you are. Every word you speak goes back into your ears, your mind, your subconscious mind, and hears you. And it goes, okay, it doesn't hear not, can't, won't, yesterday, tomorrow, last year, the past. It doesn't understand that. All it understands right now is right now. And in the next moment, all it will understand is that moment. So in the moment when you are speaking, in the Bible it says death and life lies in the power of your tongue. And those who speak it will reap the fruits of it. And I hope that's it's very clear what it means, whether you believe in God or not. It just means that when you speak to yourself, you are speaking into your life. You are saying to yourself, I'm an idiot, and therefore an idiot will be produced. When you ask yourself the question, why am I so stupid? Your mind is going to come up with the answer, and it's going to say, because you're an idiot. Tony Robbins says, if you ask yourself stupid questions, you're going to get stupid answers. So start asking yourself different questions. So regardless of how deep in hurt and pain you are, we're human beings, and we're meant to experience feelings of hurt, of pain, of love, of joy, of sadness, of depression, of all of those things. We've all been there, but you're not meant to stay in the negative feelings. The positive ones, absolutely revel in those because they are energy giving. But the other negative stuff, the self-deprecation, the pulling yourself down, the pulling somebody else down, it's just stealing energy from you, because in doing that, you're generating this sadness, this misery, it's not a nice thing. It doesn't feel good. And when it doesn't feel good, it's energy stealing. And what you're going to do without your energy? You need your energy to create the life that you want. You need the energy to show the love that's inside of you. And we all have that love. But if you're going to bury it with self-deprecation, we're never going to see it. And then you're going to wonder where it is. You've got to be nicer to yourself. It starts with you, not the person over there that you think has caused your problem. Not your boss, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your uncle. I don't care what it is that you went through in the past. And I shouldn't say I don't care. Of course I care. But I want you to stop holding on to that as a crutch, because it will never get you anywhere if you're holding on to the past. You're holding on to what somebody said, what somebody did. Because it's your choice. You have the choice as to whether you take that in and call it yours, or you say, actually, no, not today. That's not me. I will not accept that. It's your choice. It's your mind. Nobody can get in there but you. Nobody can get in there but you. So it's your choice. You decide what you want to focus on. You decide what you want to keep your thoughts churning on over. You get to decide, because your thoughts are creating your feelings. Yes, and if your thoughts are on something that happened yesterday that hurt your feelings, and you keep thinking about it and it's still hurting your feelings, it's never going to stop hurting your feelings. What you have to do now is go, hand on your heart. How can I make myself feel better? There's an intelligent question. There's a question that is going to get your mind to work on your behalf to help you feel better. Because what it heard was, I want to feel better. How can I feel better? And can you feel the energy in that question compared to, why am I such an idiot? Oh, why am I such an idiot? It's so heavy and so, it's never going to give you a good answer asking a question like that. But when you say, how can I make myself feel better? How can I raise my energy? How can I raise my vibration? How can I shine brighter? How can I let the light out? How can I let it shine? Because that's what you're here for. We all have this divine light inside of us, which is why when we're in discord, we know that we're not in alignment with that. Okay? So talking mean to yourself and hating on yourself, and like I said, hating on someone else is hating on yourself, because you can't love yourself and hate someone else. It doesn't work. Yeah? So you have pure love here. You have pure love for everyone, regardless of who they are. You might not have love for what they do and the way they do things, but we are just love beings. We are light beings. We're energy beings. Okay? We're only 1% this physical body and 99% the rest, which is energy, which is our spirit. And it's big, it's vast, and we're all intermingled and interacted and engaged with each other, interconnected, whether we like it or not. So everything starts with you. It starts with you being kind, being gentle, being compassionate with yourself. That way you can let that light come up and feel that love for yourself. Nurture yourself, regardless of who let you down in the past, however long ago. I came across this thought. I was doing, what was it? Date with Destiny with Tony Robbins, and we're going through a processing. And in that processing, I realized that all the horrible things that happened to me as a child, that I was holding on to all them years and feeling bad and blaming and hating on people who did these things to me, I was realizing that actually, in that moment when I decided to let go of that, the first thing that came into my spirit was the light. I kept saying over and over, I am the light. So as a child, you look at children, the ones that have been untarnished, and you can see a light in them, which is why we're attracted to them, because then they make us laugh, they make us smile. We find them really stimulating and engaging. There's a light inside of them that they just let out. And as a child, I just remember in that process with Tony Robbins that it just came out. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light. I brought the light to those people who abused me. I brought the light, but they were in such a dark place. They just were so shut down. They couldn't see it. And instead of embracing me and nurturing me and seeing me as someone special that's in their life, they abused it, because they didn't have their light shining as brightly as they should, because somebody else hurt them. Yeah, and it was just like a generational thing, until you realize that actually I brought light, so I did everything I was meant to do, so I'm not to blame. I can't blame myself. Hopefully, you'd hope that they'd know better, but they clearly didn't. They clearly didn't. But I am the light, and so I am bringing the light. And I'm bringing the light to my friend. who I spoke to today, and I'm bringing my light to all my other friends that are out there, and my clients, and people that are just watching, who just follow me because you are connected in some way. You feel a connection here. Thank you. I am bringing the light. And what I challenge you with today is to just go within yourself and check yourself on those feelings, those icky feelings that I wish I didn't feel like this. Like you just hate somebody or despise somebody or dislike somebody. Don't even know them. And you just have these feelings just kind of churning away, stealing your energy. And I understand there are deep subconscious programs that are there, and you feel that they're a protection mechanism from people and from situations. But the only way to heal and to get better and to start trusting and loving again is to start with yourself. I say this with great love in my heart, and because I've been there and I understand. I remember the burden of carrying that, and I remember the feelings of feeling this way about people, about myself. And I just remember, it just forces you into more despair and hate. And you don't want to, that's what life is about. Life is, we're here to really shine this light, to really enjoy, to explore, to really feel love upon the earth. And whether it's traveling, or you like to read, or you like to be with friends and family, you like to hike, and whatever you're into, that passion of love for that thing, that's what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be inspiring one another with the things that we are most passionate about, following our purpose, following our dreams, chasing them down, and then showing people, inspiring one another about the life that we lead. I hope this makes sense, and I leave you with that, knowing that I love you very much, and it's time for you to start showing yourself some love, for those of you who are not in alignment. You don't have any enemies, if you see it that way. And if you're going to make any enemies, please, you cannot make yourself one, because in making yourself one, you make the whole world your enemy. Okay? So start loving on yourself. Start looking at yourself in the mirror and getting used to doing it. It's kind of weird, especially if you're not used to it. I remember the first time I started looking at myself in the mirror and go, you are amazing. You're beautiful. All my life people have been telling me that I'm beautiful, but I never really got it until I was in my 40s. Oh, but start looking at yourself in the mirror. You are God's creation. You're created perfectly. Everything on this earth has a purpose. And if you don't have a purpose, you die. Okay, you don't exist. Purpose is why we're here. So the fact that you're here means you're meant to be here. So open up your heart. Discover what your purpose is. It starts with loving yourself. Can't give what you don't have. So start here. Fill yourself up with it. That when it spills over, you can give it to everyone. You can give all the excess of the spilling over. So you're always full up. You're not giving what you don't have, or giving half of your stuff away. You are filling yourself up, and you're constantly filling yourself up. Look at yourself, big up yourself. It's not selfish. People call it selfish. They call it selfish. They'd rather you give it to them than not give it to yourself. I mean, go figure. You have to give it to yourself first. So yes, you have to be selfish. In that way, when you're full, you can then have full capacity and flowing over to give to everybody else. With great love.